Is there anything more terrifying than opening your heart back up after heartbreak? I don't know that there is. It's such an intense experience having a breakup and losing love and adjusting the whole vision you had for your life, and to reopen your heart again takes so much courage. And I posted a line of poetry recently that said, if you are holding a value that is rooted in fear, then you are holding fear as a value. And this came up because I was asked by a woman, are you creating distance out of fear? And I didn't know how to answer that. I said, I'm not actually sure, to be honest. And then I went into my process of sitting with that question. And that looks like journaling, that looks like meditation, that looks like ceremony. And as I sat with that, I uncovered that I did have a lot of fear, actually. I had fear of having that same depth of pain again if I opened my heart up to someone else. I had fear of what it would mean to actually take a chance again on someone. And so while I could rationalize, the birds so chatty this morning, I could rationalize the part of myself that felt like creating distance was the smart move. It was the logical move. It was actually the loving move for myself. At this moment in time, it was based in fear. And I want to make sure that I'm clear about this, because empirically, the choice to create distance or not create distance doesn't necessarily have to imply whether it's based in fear or not. There have been times in the last year where I needed to create distance and honor myself as an act of self-love. That was the most loving choice. And after practically a year of doing that, I'm now at a stage where creating that distance is actually based on the fear of what would happen, not out of the knowing that I personally needed to show up for myself more. And so I now get to make different choices because awareness gives me choice. And so if I'm aware that the distance that I was creating was rooted in fear, then continuing to do that is actually investing energy into fear. It is holding fear as a value. The moment that we have awareness that we could choose something else and say that other thing is actually the more loving choice, the moment we have that awareness, if we keep choosing the old behavior patterns, if we keep choosing that, then we are choosing to invest our energy into fear. And I'm committed to choosing love in every single moment that I possibly can, where I have the awareness of it. I am doing my absolute best, and I know that you are too. And so my encouragement to you is to look at the decisions that you're making in your life. Look at them, because you may have been making them out of love, but that might not be true anymore. You may be healed to a point where you don't need to create distance or put up walls. You may be full of enough self-worth where you can take that risk to lean into the relationship, or to leave your job, or to move to the new city. The actions and the choices that we make that are based in love, those may shift as our own lens on love shifts. And the primary way that that lens shifts is through our own lens of love for ourselves. Our self-love becomes the lens that we perceive love in the rest of the world. So if you want to take bigger risks, if you want to lean in, if you want to allow yourself space to expand, pour into yourself, and then take that new lens that you've created and apply it to your old decisions, the patterns that you've been playing out for so long, and see if those are still true for you. See if those are still based in love, or if you've gained a new awareness that they're actually based in fears that are no longer present, or at least no longer strong enough to dictate your behavior. That's the process. That's evolution of our soul in motion. Thank you for doing that work. It takes a lot of bravery. Thank you for being a part of this tribe online. I want to remind you that always, in all ways, you are seen, you are heard, and you are loved. Enjoy choosing love in each and every moment.